Hi everyone, this is a review of the new Better Homes and Gardens wax melt for spring 2021 at Walmart. And you'll probably notice that, of course, the labels have changed. The clamshells are different. These new Better Homes and Gardens melts are 3.5 ounces instead of the normal 2.5 ounce, and they cost $3.22 instead of the normal $2. These labels, someone in our group called them the paint chip labels, and that's kind of what they look like. They look like paint chips, which I think is actually cool. I really like the labels. I think a lot of people really like them too. They're I like that the scent name is really easy to read, and the most important part is that they've got the notes right on the label, which I think is awesome. So that's definitely a nice change. As far as the pricing, even though they're $3.22 each for 3.5 ounce, that works out to, what's it work out to? If I can do this in my head, like 90 cents, something like that, 92 cents per ounce, while the $2 for the 2.5 ounces, 80 cents per ounce. So the pricing for these larger size clamshells would be equivalent to $2.30 if they were 2.5 ounces, but you do get 8 cubes in this pack instead of 6, despite the fact that the Walmart website shows that there's 6 cubes in them. There are not. There are 8 cubes. And so even though it's like the equivalent of $2.30 for 2.5 ounces, it's actually less because you get those additional 2 cubes, which I think is really nice. So it actually works out to be less in the long run. Now, as far as the new clamshells, the big problem with these clamshells is that the wax is nearly impossible to get out of these clamshells. So if you look at the wax, and the reason for this is that this, I guess this etching here, I don't know what you would call it, the scoring doesn't really go up high enough, and the wax is really thick. And for this reason, somebody in our group referred to these as the finger breakers, because you cannot take off a cube you just can't. You have to take the whole bulk of wax out, and then use a knife and like a chisel, and it's kind of a deal breaker for a lot of people. However, Rimports, which is the company that makes these as well as Sensational's wax melts, will be replacing them over the next couple of weeks. So the new clamshells will be coming into Walmarts over the next few weeks, and these will address the issue of the wax being too difficult to take a cube off. The old ones will still be on the shelves until they sell out, but the new ones will eventually replace them. So, I guess I will start with I'll start the review. So the first scent we have is Amber and Rose, and the notes are, it says it right on here, the notes are citrus, berry, floral, amber, wood, vanilla, and sugarcane. This scent has a lot of different notes in it. It's fresh, it's floral. Oh, and if you've never seen my reviews before, I don't look at the scent notes until I've done the review, until I've actually melted the wax, so I don't want my nose to be swayed by what I think it should smell like. So, yes, it's fresh, it's floral, sweet, rich, a little salty, mahogany, bergamot, which gives a little bit of a fresh body wash note. I really like this one, although it's not what I expected based on the scent name. I don't detect amber, which would give it a soft warmth. There may be a smidgen of rose, fruit, and vanilla, maybe a smidgen of orange and or lemon way in the background. I don't know. I mean, if I didn't know it was supposed to be there, I wouldn't detect it, so I'm not sure if it's there at all. It smells similar to the old Yankee American Home Fragrant Spring Meadow, although that scent was slightly more floral. The throw is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5. Next is Apricot Blossom and Bergamot. Notes are bergamot, currant, green, apricot blossom, fruit, amber, wood, and musk. This smells exactly like the amber and rose scent, and several people have concurred. I can't tell the difference. I thought maybe the amber and rose scent was slightly more floral and this scent is slightly fresher, but I don't think so. I think I'm just thinking that because of, I'm thinking that should be based on the names and the notes. When scents smell the same to me, it's easy to fool my nose into finding differences based on the scent names and the official notes. So I take both packs, put them in a bag, shake the bag a few times, and take them out with my eyes closed. Then I sniff both, not knowing which scent is which. And I did that with these two scents, and they still smelled exactly the same. And I had other people do the bag test too, and they said the same thing. It's the same scent. There is zero peach in this scent, or apricot. I definitely smell the bergamot, which I smelled in the amber and rose scent. And again, it's another fantastic scent. Throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. So I guess out of the two, I probably prefer this one, but there's a lot of variables that determine the scent throw. So it might have just happened to be a day that maybe the wind, I don't know, the heater was on or something and it was affecting the throw. Next is lavender and moss. Notes are lavender, fresh moss, green, wood, and peppercorn. I don't know what green is. Green is a note in several of these scents. Green is, I don't know what green, I guess it's supposed to be like a maybe a grassy green herbal type note. Lavender, fresh moss, green, wood, and peppercorn. This is lavender with a woodsy, slightly cologne-y note. It's definitely not a medicinal lavender, and although it's kind of sweet, it's not a soft, girly lavender. I really like it. Looking at the notes, they're spot on, and I do detect the mossiness, which is a kind of like a slightly green version of a woodsy scent. And the throw is medium, like a 3 out of 5. Would do well in a small to medium size room. Next is lemon, balm, and cedar. Notes are lemon, orange, ivy, neroli, jasmine, lemon balm, sandalwood, cedarwood, and musk. It's a fantastic scent of orange with lemon and maybe a little bit of grapefruit. It has a tiny bit of a salty, savory, zesty note that makes it smell slightly like Better Homes and Gardens Meyer Lemon Basil, but sweeter and not nearly as salty or savory. I'm sure I've smelled this exact scent before, and it's a dupe of another Rimport scent, but I don't know which one. Looking at the notes, I only smell the orange and lemon with that hint of something herbal, savory, and zesty in the background, so I don't smell all the notes. And the throw was bold. 5 out of 5 took over the entire house. Next is Palo, Santo, and Violet. A lot of people were looking forward to this one. Notes are citrus, oriental, violet, woods, amber, and sweet. On cold sniff, this is mostly a woodsy scent, although I detect a hint of fruity floral in the background. It's really not sweet though, nor is it a smoky wood or pine or sandalwood. It's kind of a waxy scent, but not in a bad way. When melted, however, it's sweeter, although still not overly sweet, with mostly plum, warm amber, and a floral, and less of the woodsy note. I really like it. I don't know what the sweet note is in the notes on the label, but I wonder if they left off a note and it was supposed to be something like sweet plum. And the throw on this one is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Pineapple and sea breeze. Notes are ocean sea spray, pineapple, honeydew, orange, coconut water, sea salt, orchid, moss, and cedarwood. As soon as I opened this, I knew I had smelled this before, and sure enough, this is the same as the old Better Homes and Gardens Caribbean Sea Breeze. Even the same light blue color, the bold throw, and the very similar notes. The notes for Caribbean Sea Breeze are ocean sea spray, pineapple, honeydew, coconut water, sea orchid, muguet, aquatic moss, and white woods. It's a fantastic scent of mostly coconut with a sweet, very soapy note and a fresh, watery note with an oceany vibe. It's perfect to melt in a bathroom. Despite pineapple in the scent name and notes, I don't smell pineapple, although it could be way in the background. I think I do detect a hint of the honeydew, though, and no orange at all. And the throw is bold. 5 out of 5. Takes over the entire house. Next is pineapple and vanilla. Notes are lemon, verbena, pineapple, blackcurrant, jasmine, listia, sandalwood, musk, and vanilla. This is definitely pineapple, but I also smell the vanilla as well as a tiny bit of saltiness that smells like a smidgen of salted caramel way in the background. It's that saltiness that makes this scent really rich, almost nauseatingly so. So you definitely want to melt this one in a large room. Looking at the notes, I don't smell any of them except the pineapple and the vanilla. I don't smell lemon, definitely no verbena, no currant, and no floral, woodsy, or musky notes. It's a very nice scent, but again, it's very, very strong. Throw is bold. 5 out of 5. Took over the entire house. Pomegranate and citron. Notes are pomegranate, citron, pink lady apple, red currant, persimmon, sugar crystals, violet, and vanilla. I love red currant scents, and that's what this is. Currant is a fig-like soapy scent with a tiny bit of tartness, a hint of a perfumey note, and a smidgen of a berry note with hardly any sweetness, a little bit of woodsiness. Now this scent is a little bit of sweet, probably from the sugar. It's a very sophisticated scent, sophisticated kind of a classy scent. The fruit, I think I smell apple in this, and sure enough, it's there in the scent notes. I don't detect vanilla, violet, or any floral notes. Throw is very strong. 4 out of 5. That one's definitely a keeper. Next is sage, leaf, and musk. Notes are sage, musk, green, herbal, floral, and wood. I smell mostly pine as well as the sage, but also a more savory herbal note, which gives it a pungent, rich, very slightly sweet, although it's not a sweet scent, very slightly sweet quality. That other herb could be like rosemary or thyme. It smells like a salad with pine needles mixed in. I described Better Homes and Gardens, cedarwood, and sage the same way, so it might be the same scent, but I no longer have it to compare. Despite the pine, which I love, this is not one of my favorites. Looking at the notes, I don't detect any floral or musk notes at all, although that's probably the smidgen of sweetness. It just kind of smells a little bit too salady for me. The throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Salted caramel and vanilla bean. Oh, this one's so good. Notes are sea salt, caramel, vanilla bean, buttercream, and sugar cane. This is a super yummy scent of caramel with just a bit of saltiness for richness, butterscotch, and sweet vanilla buttercream. It's the vanilla buttercream that sets it apart from other caramel scents, replacing a little bit of the carameliness with like vanilla-iness and giving it a smidgen of chocolatiness, just a smidgen. And looking at the notes, they're spot on. The throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. This one is a keeper. Next is salted coconut and mahogany. Notes are citrus, herbal, wood, coconut, and vanilla. The Walmart page says white mahogany and coconut, so maybe it was renamed at the last minute. This is a sweet, foodie coconut, not fruity, foodie, like a yummy coconut scent with vanilla and a hint of a cologne-y mahogany note. It smells a lot like Better Homes and Gardens White Tahitian Woods, but that scent does not have the cologne note. It also smells quite a bit like the new Sensational's Coconut Sands, but that scent is more coconutty and slightly less sweet. Melted, it smells a bit like super sweet coconut candy, which makes it smell almost exactly like the Sonoma from Kohl's, Sonoma Coconut and Mahogany, but just a tinge less sweet. It's a fantastic scent. Looking at the notes, I don't detect any citrus or herbal notes, and the throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Next is white grapefruit and pear. Notes are white grapefruit, pear, kiwi, freesia, water lily, jasmine, applewood, vanilla, and musk. This is mostly fruit with a bit of floral, but it's a very sweet candy-like fruit that smells a lot like bubble gum. I do smell pear or apple and maybe a smidgen of strawberry or something slightly tropical. Looking at the notes, the other fruit I'm smelling is probably the kiwi. I don't smell grapefruit at all, although it does have just a barely detectable smidgen of bitterness way in the background. You wouldn't even notice it. I do detect the freesia, but not the jasmine, and definitely no vanilla. It's different and interesting. I'm not sure if I love it though. Melting it, I also smell grape, like grape candy. Not grapefruit, but grape, like grape bubble gum. But I also smell the pear. It's kind of like a sweet taffy, not really candy, and there's something that gives it a little bit of a bite, like a sour apple candy type scent, like type note. It's very strong. I can almost taste the sweetness in the back of my throat. It's like almost like a chemical sweetness. For me, this one would benefit from a bit of vanilla mixed in it to tone it down. It's not one of my favorites, but I think it's one that I think if it's mixed with something else, I think it could be a good mixer. And the throw is bold, 5 out of 5, takes over the entire house. And last we have white peach and daisy. Notes are Granny Smith apple, white peach, bergamot, daisy, rainwater, melon, cassis, lemongrass, and amber. This is mostly a fruity scent, but with a little bit of floral. Peach is the main fruit. I also smell apple and maybe a hint of melon. Looking at the notes, I don't detect lemongrass at all. I'm not a fan of peach scents, but I kind of like this one because of all the other notes. It smells very similar to another scent, but I don't remember which one. It might be some peach scent in the past. I don't know. Throw is bold. 5 out of 5. Took over the entire house. So there you have it. The brand new Better Homes and Gardens wax melts for spring 2021 at Walmart. If you want to read a text version of this review, just go to waxmeltreviews.com and feel free to join our Facebook group where we discuss all different brands and scents of store-bought and retail wax melts, including the Sensationals, the Better Homes and Gardens, Yankee, Scentsy, anything that's retail. And you can find the link to our Facebook group underneath this video and on our website at waxmeltreviews.com. Have a good day.